Alright, guys. Welcome to another topic video with the Kill Shot. We are doing comic book topic. I'm doing a full list of the comics that I have so far. Most of these are Rebirth comics because that's where I started. I used to have more comic books than this, but due to certain reasons, I do not. So let's get into the first comic that I have over here, and that is Batman Rebirth. I have two of these. There's one behind here. It is the one that has the green pixelated cover. But I found this one at Walmart for a good price. This is the original with the blue. And I do have it in a sleeve. And you'll find some of these I don't. I got to pick up more sleeves and some backs for all my comics. Because I do like to have those sleeves on there. So that is comic number 1. And then I have let's see here. It says Night of the Monster Men Part 1 Batman. This was a really good one. I kind of actually like the cover to this. It's really interesting. So that is issue 1. And then we have part 2 of Night of the Monster Men. This is Nightwing, number 5. And it's weird how they did this crossover, but I quite enjoyed it. And I like this cover, and I like the way they're doing Nightwing so far. I got to read a little bit more into him. And yes, I do keep, since this is a trilogy, even though it's a crossover, I keep them in their own separate things. So if I ever get Nightwing, it will probably be separate pieces and stuff like that. The next one is part 3, and this is Batman Detective Comics. I kind of like this cover also, especially Batgirl in here. Monster is really really interesting. And then we have part 4, which I believe is the final part to this. I like this cover a lot. Either this is the last one or I'm missing one part of it and I need to get it. I will go back and check my comic app and make sure, because if it is, I'm going to keep the single issues. There's no changing that. But I am going to move over to graphic novels, and I'm going to pick this one back up in graphic novel, which has all of them in it. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So that is Night of the Monster Men. And then we have I Am Suicide Part 1. This is one of my favorite covers from this series. I picked this one up, and I think this is how the graphic novel is, even though I wish they didn't use this cover, but I think they used the first cover that's in the series, and then in the back they'll give you the snippet of all the single issue covers. But this is a really good one. I thought this was interesting. It's kind of like, Batman getting his own Suicide Squad. Then we have part 2 of I Am Suicide. And then I Am Suicide's part 3. This is number 11. This is my favorite cover out of all of them. And then we have 12, which is really good. The story in this one's interesting. I need to pick up the actual next part to that. And I am picking up speed because my time is going by fast on this. So then we have Red Hood and the Outlaws. I really enjoy the Red Hood character. And so far the comic series is actually going really good here for this one. And then we have part 2, which was really good also. I quite enjoyed that one. I quite enjoyed the series. And then we have just like miscellaneous ones, like I have Injustice issue 1, which I'm going to pick this all back up in graphic novel. We have, let's just go from here, Batman, Eternal, Batman and Robin, Batman, Beware the Batman, which is actually a pretty good comic. We Are Robin, and then Batman with Jim Gordon as Batman, which is a really good one. Then we have The Flash, which is the filler in between this. I'm picking up this in graphic novel also, but I kind of like this old Wally West meeting the New 52 Wally West. And then I have Teen Titans. This is just a random issue that I got from Walmart. It's really fun. So as you can see, I have random issues